Okay, hello. I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you a quick video of some of the things that we covered today. So I'm going to go back to our sandbox that we created today and maybe just go over the assignments and the exams portion because it seemed like that was the part that we went through rather quickly towards the end. And so I just want to make sure that I at least give you some recap of that portion of what we covered. So as you can see here, I am back into our class sandbox and I clicked on the general channel. And then you see this toolbar up here and the selection of assignments. Or, I'm sorry, the selection of the different selections you can have up here. So what I'm going to do first is kind of go over one way you can do assignments. So I'm going to go ahead and click on assignments. And then this window comes up. And I'm going to go to create assignment. When this window comes up, you have several things you can do. First, you can put in the name of the assignment. Call this homework number 1. You can put any kind of instructions you want. And then you can attach a resource. This is where you can, for example, add a PowerPoint or a Word document or basically anything that you want to add as the assignment, and then the students will be able to submit that back to this. Um, what I like doing is creating my assignments in OneNote, right? And so you can see here, this is our class notebook. And if you remember, we talked about this thing called the teacher only space. So again, this is the only area that students can't get to. So let's pretend that this is assignment number 1, right? So I attach that as an assignment. I pick where I want it to go, right? So in this case, I'll have it up here in the students. These are the folders, if you will, the sections that are available to each student that you create in the beginning when you the class when you first start creating the notebook. I'm going to have it appear under homework. So once I do that, I can select the amount of points I want to assign to it. Let's say 100 points. This allows me to assign it to all or a few selected students. And then this gives me a due date. So right now the default would be for Thursday, 11:58 p.m. If I go here to edit, if I don't want it to post immediately, let's say I don't want this assignment to post until, I don't know, tomorrow, let's say Thursday at 9 a.m. I don't want it to post then. And then let's say it's due the 27th by 8 p.m. So now it won't appear until March 19th at 9 a.m. and it'll disappear at March 27th at 8 p.m. And I can click this close date, which means that I wanted the assignment to actually close and not appear anymore after that time. So I press done. Once I press done, I press schedule. And now it is an assignment that will be scheduled. Students will see it appear at some point. There'll be a notification that there's an assignment. It won't actually be available to them until the appear date that I scheduled on it. Now, the students will go through it, and then once they submit it, you can go and you can grade the assignment. Now, I went over today basically on how to do that, but I won't have I don't have an ability to show you that right at this moment, but what happens is that once it's due, you can actually open it up and grade each individual assignment. So why don't I go ahead and maybe see if we can do that. So I will set take this off so that it'll be assigned right away, and I'll just have it due 1 minute from now. So it's 2:29 p.m. We have it due at 2:30 p.m. So now I submitted it, and no one has actually done it yet, but let's just say it'll be due soon. And what happens is when you go back as the instructor and click on the assignment that you just put there, this page will come up. And once this page is done loading, well, it hasn't been actually distributed to students yet. So there we go. It's just been assigned. So now the students, the students can get to it. And let's say they're starting to turn it in. This will all say turned in. Right now it says not turned in because no one's turned it in yet. But if I were to go here and then click on the assignment, it'll open up the OneNote assignment that each student did within Teams. And what you can do as the instructor, go to draw, use red ink, and you can mark this up. You can assign a grade and then move on to the next student, right? So you can do this for student to student. So I'll just go ahead and keep going through, making sure all the students have an assigned grade. Okay, and then I can close this out or just press return for each individual student. But what I'll do is close it out, all the grades are there, and then I can return the assignments. And now the students have the assignments. And then if you go up to this toolbar here and press on grades, what you'll see is all the grades for that particular assignment. And you can actually go back and individually reopen up any of the assignments if you want to review them again. So that's about it. Again, the trick is to make sure that when you're in class notebook, that you can create the assignment in class notebook. And again, if you want to be able to create assignments in class notebook that students cannot see, you would do it in teacher only, right? When you start the class notebook, you're not going to have the teacher only section available there. You actually have to enable it. So real quick on how to enable it, you go here to class notebook, manage notebooks. And what happens when you manage notebooks, you have this option here that says teacher only section group, and you just make sure that's enabled. Then when you're done, you close it out. And then when you come back to the notebook, pressing this arrow, you should see this teacher section only. So the idea is that you would go into it, create as many sections as you want, right? You can keep adding different sections as much as you see fit here. And you can actually keep all of your quizzes, all of your homework assignments here, and the students actually won't see it until you go to assignments and you create assignment. And then when you click on the add resource part, again, you go in class notebook and you find where it is that you originally had that assignment, and then you assign it that way. So I hope this part is useful. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. I'd be happy to put out some more videos.